Mark Lowry's journey to becoming a beloved Christian comedian and singer is deeply tied to his upbringing, personality, and spiritual calling. Let's break it down in detail, including how he developed his sense of humor and why he teamed up with Bill Gaither. 1. Early life and natural humor. Mark Lowry was born on June 24, 1958, in Houston, Texas. Even as a child, he had a lively personality and a tendency to entertain others. But he wasn't always the class clown. He actually struggled with hyperactivity and had difficulty sitting still, which later in life was understood as ADHD, though undiagnosed at the time. To cope with his energy, he naturally leaned into humor and storytelling as a way to keep himself and others engaged. He once joked that his teachers would say, "Mark, you're not talking to be disruptive, you just have something to say about everything." That need to express himself eventually found a home on stage.
Here we are in London on the beautiful Thames River. It's wonderful.
Mark, it's the Thames River, not Thames.
Bill, it's spelled Thames.
I checked the local people, and the word is pronounced Thames River. Trust me.
Well, I taught you were an English teacher.
I was an English teacher.
And what's the theme of the video?
Mark, you always...
Let's go get something to drink, because I'm thirsty.
2. College years and stage beginnings. Mark attended Liberty University in Virginia in the late 1970s. During a college performance, he was invited to sing. But when technical issues interrupted the music tracks, Mark began to fill the silence by talking to the audience, just trying to keep them entertained. To everyone's surprise, the audience loved his spontaneous banter. That was a defining moment. He realized he had a gift, not just for singing but also for making people laugh.
What are we going to do now, Bill?
Hey, put it in E flat. This features
E-flat,
you.
we're going to just hold each other?
No. You got front here.
Okay. Oh, this is my solo.
This is your
solo.
solo.
Oh, finally. You ready? Are you ready? Okay, here it goes. Give me that key. Guess who? Sorry. Okay. What's it going? How's it go?
There's only...
Oh, yeah, there's only. Okay, here, my solo. There's only...
You know, the first time I heard this song was back in
12.
No.
That's what it was.
It's in 1951, and it was done by the Jordanires. It was on an old Capitol recording of 78 RPM, and I'll never forget.
78.
78. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, there's just...
You know, when I think about it, as far as I'm concerned, the Jordanires do not get nearly enough credit for the contribution that they made to the history of gospel music. They had a unique way of taking these old black spirituals and making them accessible to white boys. So you,
You done?
yeah.
There's only...
If the Jordanires were here, we'd have been finished by now.
That's true.
Humor with a message. Mark Lowry's humor is often clean, relatable, and full of heart. He uses his wit to tell stories from everyday life, family, and church culture. His comedic style stands out in the Christian world because it's both deeply spiritual and genuinely funny. He never planned to be a comedian in the classic sense. He says comedy just kind of happened as a part of his music ministry. His ability to mix heartfelt songs with hilarious storytelling gave him a unique voice. Teaming up with Bill Gaither. In the late 1980s, Mark Lowry was invited to join the Gaither Vocal Band, founded by gospel legend Bill Gaither. Here's why this partnership was so powerful. Bill Gaither saw Mark's potential not just as a singer, but as someone who could connect with audiences in a fresh way. Mark brought comic relief between serious songs, making the concerts more engaging and balanced. Gaither concerts were known for their powerful music, but when Mark got on stage, he made the audience laugh and cry in the same evening. Mark has often said that Bill Gaither gave him a platform, and he's incredibly grateful for it. In return, Mark added a whole new dimension to the Gaither homecoming tours, albums, and videos.
Bill! They've got Mark. They've locked him up in the Tower of London.
Yeah, they're gonna behead him at 1 o'clock. Let's go get some fish, okay?
Why he stuck with Gaither? Mark could have branched out solo, but he chose to work with Gaither for years because he loved the camaraderie and sense of family in the Gaither community. He respected Bill Gaither's vision and leadership in Christian music. He found that combining comedy and gospel music was his true calling, and the Gaither platform let him do both.
Guy and Angie Penrod now have 4 baby Penrod boys. So he has his own quartet. And then he has another baby on the way.
Is it a boy or a girl?
We're not sure yet.
You don't know?
Not yet.
Well, I gotta know. Why? Because I gotta find out if I'm gonna be an uncle or an aunt.
Mark, go sit down, guy.
Uncle.
You know what? When I told you could come with us here in England, I was just thinking that maybe you would leave everything just like it was when you left.
Silly you. You should see what I'm doing to Buckingham Palace.
Oh, no.
I am. I'm going to turn it into a bed and breakfast.
Mark, the Queen is probably going to have something to say about that.
Gloria said to do it.
Mark, I was talking about the Queen of England might have something to say.
Oh, nice save.
Look, Mark, the idea is when you go on these trips, I expect you to behave and don't offend anybody, and especially don't offend the Queen, because you know what? She could
repossess America?
Well, back in the old days, she could have had you beheaded.
You mean as in...
Yep, she.
I wonder how long I could keep talking after that.
Something tells me you wouldn't miss a beat, Mark. You just...
Well, I don't want to find out.
Now, is there anything else I should worry about that you've done since you've been here?
No. Well, I did reset Big Ben to Nashville time.
Oh.
Conclusion: the joy behind the humor. Mark Lowry became a comedian almost by accident, guided by his hyper energy, love for storytelling, and a heart for ministry. His sense of humor wasn't something he trained for. It was something he was born with and refined over time. Bill Gaither didn't just tolerate Mark's humor, he celebrated it, helping him reach millions with laughter and truth. Mark Lowry and Bill Gaither are still together, sharing laughter, music, and the gospel, all for God's glory. Mark doesn't just mess with Bill Gaither for laughs, he does it out of deep love and respect. Their friendship is built on joy, trust, and a shared mission to encourage the body of Christ through worship and joy. Whether they're joking on stage or singing songs like "Because He Lives" or "Mary, Did You Know?", their purpose is the same, to point hearts to Jesus. Even after all these years, they continue to serve together, bringing comfort, laughter, and truth to generations. Their ministry reminds us that joy is a gift from God, and laughter can open the heart to the gospel in ways words alone never could. They're not just performing, they're ministering, with every note, every joke, and every story, for the glory of God.